Recommend shout out to everybody out there, man. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Leave a like, leave a comment, and let's get into this, man. So today we're going to check out 7 minutes. I guess 8 minutes of football conspiracy theory, man. Shout out to Ball Culture for this video. The link will be in the description, and yeah.
Steven Gerrard's missed penalty. Steven Gerrard is a Liverpool and Premier League legend, but he wasn't always surrounded by world-class players. And between 2009 and 2013, the club never managed to finish above 6th in the league.
I remember this Liverpool, man. I like this Liverpool when it was trash.
In January 2011, with Liverpool
I like that
4 points
Liverpool,
clear of
man.
the relegation zone.
When it was
Many
trash.
believe the final nail in
Suarez
his dismissal came in a game against
It was
Blackburn
Suarez and
Rovers.
freaking
Liverpool
Sturridge
were
came
3-1
along.
down when they were awarded a spot
And
kick
everything
at Inglewood
changed.
Park. Gerrard, an impeccable penalty taker, stepped up. He rubbed the Liverpool badge, looked over at Hodgson, and side-footed the ball over the crossbar. The captain had made it
definitely
clear,
missed it on purpose,
intentionally or not, that a change had to be made. Until this day, many fans believe he did it on purpose.
Definitely
The
on
Bela
purpose.
Gutmann curse. Hungarian coach Bela Gutmann was appointed Benfica boss in 1959.
I heard about
and
this
in
curse.
1961, Benfica beat Barcelona 3-2 to win the European Cup. In 1962, they faced Real Madrid in the final, and once more, they were victorious. Riding high after consecutive European Cups, Gutmann requested a pay rise, but the club refused, and the justifiably angry Hungarian manager reportedly said, "Not in 100 years from now will Benfica ever be a European champion." Since he made that comment, Benfica have gone 0 for 8 in
they went to a
European
lot of finals
leaving
too.
their total record at 2 out of 10. To prove that this is only a conspiracy theory, Benfica will have to win a continental trophy before 2062, with the Champions League, Europa League, and Conference League all viable curse breakers. So we'll just have to wait and see.
They went to the final, I believe.
Paulo Dybala conspiracy.
Versus
There are two
somebody.
theories concerning Paulo Dybala. The first is that he does not exist, and no one has ever actually watched him play. You can check out the original Twitter thread in the description.
That's
The more
bold.
interesting theory is that Dybala is Lionel Scaloni's son from the future, and he can't play because it will create a paradox, only intervening at crucial times, like blocking Mbappe's shot and scoring a penalty in the World Cup final. There's some time travel involved for sure. Here's a picture
That dude
of
don't
Menotti
age.
and Bellardo talking to Scaloni in the 70s, well before any of them had won the World Cup as managers, and before Scaloni was born in 78. Now obviously this theory is absolute nonsense,
Yeah.
but it's fun to indulge from time
That
to
dude
time.
don't age though, ain't gonna lie.
Lasagna Gate. In May 2006, 10 members of
Lasagna
the
Gate.
Tottenham Hotspur squad were struck down with illness on the eve of one of the biggest matches in recent
My boy,
Spurs
Chef
history
Wenger.
after having a dodgy lasagna for dinner. In their final league game of the season, Spurs only needed to match the result of Arsenal to secure a place in the 2006-07 Champions League. This would be the first time since 1961-62 that Spurs had played in Europe's premier club competition. Without the likes of Michael Carrick, Aaron Lennon and Robbie Keane, Tottenham requested to the Premier League that the game be delayed, but the police would not allow a later kick-off than 5 PM due to crowd concerns. Spurs lost 2-1 to West Ham and finished 5th after failing to match Arsenal's result.
Oh yeah, they ain't
Many
gonna beat
fans
West Ham.
refused to believe that foul play wasn't involved, from blaming the chef to the Arsenal players who were conveniently staying at the neighbouring Four Seasons hotel.
Oh, that's funny.
Meanwhile, Jermaine Defoe pointed the finger at his former club. Something has definitely gone on here. One of the West Ham lads has done something to the food. Tests by the Health Protection Agency on the food at the hotel soon proved to be negative for sources of food poisoning.
Oh,
But Spurs fans aren't buying it. Doping. It's a fact that doping takes place in football, but it seems like a lot of the time it flies under the radar. And
yeah.
because of a lack of concrete evidence, it begins to fall under the conspiracy theory umbrella. Some notable conspiracies include the Russian side in the 2018 World Cup and the South Korean side in the 2002 World Cup,
Yeah.
both of which had tournament-leading numbers for distance covered.
Yeah.
And there is Bayern Munich during lockdown, where the team doubled in size, particularly Leon Goretzka, who made this transformation.
Yo, I
in just
remember
4
that.
months.
I remember
Bribery
that.
and
Like
corruption.
Goretz.
Again,
I
it's a
never
fact
knew.
that corruption is rampant in football, but it's another area where concrete evidence is lacking, so accusations turn into conspiracies. From hot and cold lottery balls for the knockout draw, to every single World Cup bid ever, it's hard to argue it's a fair game.
Yeah,
And there
it's
is no
not.
better example of this than the 2002 World Cup. Co-host South Korea seemed to have a helping hand during the tournament, which
Well, they're
became
also with
obvious
Japan,
during
right?
their match against Italy in the round of 16. The ill-tempered encounter ended in 9 yellow cards, with 2 of those going to Francesco Totti, whose supposed dive led to a second yellow in extra time. But referee Byron Moreno's worst offence came just moments before, when he ruled out a perfectly legitimate Damiano Tomasi goal for offside. South Korea won the game 2-1, and 9 years later, that same referee was sentenced to 2.5 years in prison for drug trafficking. The 2013 Ballon d'Or. On the same night Cristiano Ronaldo scored a hat-trick to fire Portugal through to the World Cup finals in Brazil, FIFA confirmed that the voting procedure for the Ballon d'Or had been extended for another week. There was also now the option to revise your decision. It was a trophy that many believed Franck Ribéry deserved, but in the end, the Frenchman finished third on the podium behind Lionel Messi and the winner Cristiano Ronaldo.
They always do that.
Had a long
they did the same with Lewandowski
to project Messi and Ronaldo as the two faces of the sport, and when Ribéry beat them out in the voting, they had to make some changes.
Yeah.
Ribéry himself claims that the Ballon d'Or was stolen from him.
It was.
Can't blame
they
him.
did the same thing
to
Lewandowski.
He just can't beat. Wilfried Zaha's United career. Sir Alex Ferguson's last signing for Manchester United was promising Crystal Palace winger Wilfried Zaha. He had all the tools to succeed, and was featuring heavily in the preseason.
This guy was a monster in the Prem.
Before being mysteriously dropped. This is where the rumour that he had a relationship with Moyes' daughter
he had sex with her.
Was the reason that he was out of the team. Not many people actually believe the rumour, but it seems Patrice Evra does.
I remember, I think what's real is Kai for Manchester United is when he had this true affair with David Moyes' daughter. But because I remember the pre-season he was playing every game, brilliant. When that news come out of the game, and he disappeared. But what a player.
Away kit. It's widely believed that Villarreal and Burnley do not actually have away kits. Villarreal always play in yellow, and Burnley are always in claret.
True.
And this is actually almost true. The majority of teams don't use their away or third kits more than a few times each in a season. But obviously, it exists.
Yeah, Arsenal
Trophy
have
heist.
like 6 kits.
In 1983, the original Jules Rimet World Cup trophy was stolen. Until this day, it hasn't been recovered. A banker and football club agent called Sergio Peralta was the mastermind of the theft. Peralta engaged 2 other men, an ex-police officer called Francisco Rivera, and a decorator, Jose Luis Vieira. The 2 men entered the Brazilian Football Confederation's building, and after incapacitating the night watchman, stole the trophy. The trophy was not made of solid gold. It could not be melted into gold bars, and it would be worth much more if left intact. Which is why the theory is that the original Jules Rimet is actually resting in some billionaire or politician or criminal's personal collection.
Yes.
Syrian gun smugglers. We are finishing the video with the most outlandish theory out there. It's the conspiracy that Messi and Pedro were replicating the routes of gun smugglers in Syria with a goal they scored in a Clasico match. In the second leg of a Copa del Rey match against Real Madrid, Messi made one of his patented Messi runs, dribbling through and around trouble and finding Pedro inside the box to slot it home. According to Syrian state-run TV station Adunia, the whole thing was staged to show Syrian rebels watching at home the best route for smuggling guns.
You gotta be kidding me.
It's widely accepted that the video was created as a gag or an attempt to embarrass the Syrian leadership, who played right into it by broadcasting it as fact. Let me know any other crazy theories.
That was wild.
Thanks.
Wow, that was wild. Some of these I've heard about, and I know about the lasagna gate. Which one I heard about? That's it. Zaha sleeping with Moyes' daughter. I think I heard about that one, but other ones was definitely new to me, man. Ballon d'Or being rigged. I saw they did it with Lewandowski, and even with Vinny should have won it. I mean, they gave it to Rodri. Like, nobody cares about Rodri. Keep it a buck. Nobody cares about Rodri, bro. Like, Rodri, come on, man. What? He's hurt right now, but come on, man. Come on. Vinny should have won that. Man. But that's how it is, man. Even Lewandowski should have won it too. It's crazy, man. So there's no more Messi and there's no more Ronaldo winning it. So what they gonna do now? So give it to Rodri every year or some Spanish play every year. It is what it is. Subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, share the video. I'm out of here though. Peace.